Hello and welcome back to Sherwood Park Toyota. Today we're looking at a Toyota Highlander Limited in the color black. Let's take a look. Starting up front, underneath the hood, we have a 3.5-liter V6 engine, automatic transmission, gets up to 295 horsepower, 263 pound-foot of torque, towing capacity up to 5,000 pounds. Up front, you've got your LED headlights, customer daytime running lights, and fog lights down below. Onto the side here, we have 20-inch alloy wheels. If you look closely, you may also notice the 3M treatment. You can see some of it on the front end, and you'll see it other places throughout this unit. Down below here, we do have some aftermarket running boards. Side mirrors include integrated turn signals, blind spot monitoring, and then puddle lamps underneath. On both of your front handles here, you'll find these two double lines. Talk about those guys more on your driver's side. Heading back, all of your rear windows come with factory tinting, and up top we have silver roof rails. On the back of the unit here, you'll find a backup parking sensors, these little round nodules that go the whole way across the bumper. Left-hand side, you have the Highlander badge. Right-hand side, you have the limited all-wheel drive trim level badge. And then right underneath of your rear logo is your backup camera. To open up your cargo space, reach underneath the logo, press the button, and it should automatically rise up for you. So, of course, we have both a second and third row seating in here. For your second row seating, you'll find you have a 60-40 split, just like you have it for your third row. So it is on this left-hand side, smaller section on the left, larger section here on the right. In any one of the four quadrants, if you want to lay the seat down flat, such as we have this back left quadrant here, you can do so by releasing the handle on the top outside corner of the seats. You can see them in each one of these four locations. For your third row, if you want to bring it back upwards into an upright position, you can simply use this little strap along the back to haul the seat back up to its normal status. For your third row occupants, they have access to plenty of their own storage and cup holder spaces there. And then across the back of the third row seats and the dedicated floor space, you have this Highlander branded rubber mat liner. This guy has two purposes. First, helps protect your vehicle from damage from the cargo, which also protects the cargo from damage from the vehicle. Secondly, it helps to keep your space nice and clean and tidy. It's much easier to simply pick this up and remove it out of the space and either rinse or brush any dirt or debris off of it, versus everything clinging to that typical carpeted interior that likes to have every little tiny dust speck on it. Now, on the left, you'll find one of the JBL speakers. You have this premium JBL speaker sound system all throughout this unit. To the right-hand side, you'll be able to find this little false wall where you have some additional things stored behind. Speaking of additional storage, if you're looking for your tire kit, you can look down underneath of the mat liner. You'll find this little tab. Lift this guy upwards, and everything you need will then be stored right underneath of here. You're able to access your spare tire through this little porthole. You can see the little orange labeling back there. There are instructions back there telling you exactly how to go about doing so. We also have this one large thing across the back here. This is your interior cargo cover. So as you can see, there is built-in storage underneath of the floorboards back here so that you can easily take it down and store it away and not have it rattling around in the back or having to fully remove it out of the space. But if you want to install it, it simply installs into these two little cubby holes that are right above the cup holders. It is able to install the full length across the back here, kind of how we have it underneath, but it will be up top. It extends outwards and locks into place on these little hooks on either side, and it helps to keep private any good to keep stored in your rear space so that no one can look in through your rear windows and see what goods you have stored. To close up your space back here, there is the optional kick sensor. There's also the handle on the right-hand side, and next to it is the electronic button. Give it a press, and it will close just as it opens. Next, let's go take a look at the inside. So inside, your interior upholstery is the black Softex leatherette. It is with black stitching there as well. On the side of the seat is where you'll find various adjustments. There are labels and diagrams on the handles showing you which ones do which function, but the main point of them is to give you quick and easy access to your third row area for any occupants that are back there. In between the two sides in the second row, you have a folding down armrest / cup holder. This guy can fold away if you're looking to increase seating capacity as well then. Next up overhead, you have a panoramic moonroof inside for everybody to be able to enjoy. Then on the back of your front passenger and front driver's seats, we've got pouch storage. Back of the console, you have your third conditioning control panel for the AC. This allows second and third row occupants to control their own fan speed, mode, and temperature. This can be controlled from up front. We'll take a look at that when we get there in a second. Down below you have all of your charger ports, and currently we have the Highlander rubber mats installed in the unit. Inside the door, plenty of storage space. You've got your power window. We also have our first look at this wood grain trim. We'll find more of this throughout the front cab space. And lastly, we have this built-in sunshade. So this guy is able to unclip. He goes all the way up top here, locks it into place, and helps to keep the sun out of everybody's eyes without taking away from the view outside. Just as easily, this guy unclips, rolls all the way back down, and goes completely flush in with the door frame. Now, back again to these two double lines. These guys indicate keyless entry. So if you have the key fob on your person, you can tap your hand here or in here to lock and unlock your unit. Inside, power windows here for both front and back. You've got your window lock, power lock system, and side mirror controls. Memory seat settings up top, which means that you have electronically adjustable seats. Back, front, up, down, and lumbar support. You've got both hood and gas release on the bottom left-hand corner of your dash. On top of that, you've got this little storage space. Then you have controls for your automatic headlamps, the power trunk release, and heated steering wheel. All the way up top, you have your odometer trip and dash brightness. Looking at the steering wheel itself, this guy is black leather with black stitching, just like your seats. Left-hand side, controls there are for your dash display. Then you also have your hands-free communication here and your volume control. Right-hand side, radio controls in the bottom, adaptive cruise control up top, including sonar and lane departure. In the middle is your infotainment display screen. This is where you go to access much of the information about your daily driving experience. Right now you're looking at the customizable home screen. Lots of things accessible through here, all of which can be accessed through the side button panels too. So underneath home we have your menu settings. It's where you have adjustments for things like destination, audio, phone, app projection, info display, and setup. Setup is your specifics. Things like Bluetooth, audio, phone, navigation, on-speed apps, language, clock, theme, color settings, etc. Under the menu, you have your audio listening. This is where you have access to your AM, FM, and satellite radio. Full Bluetooth connectivity includes Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, and there's optional USB adapters throughout. Then all the way at the bottom is your built-in navigation. It is fully touch sensitive for ease of use, and lots of ways you can customize this to your preferences as well. Right hand side you have all of your radio controls, tune scroll on the bottom right, volume controls on the bottom left here. Panel underneath is all climate control center. So we have dual climate control up front here, which means you can either have fully unique temperatures going on, you can choose to have it synced up to the rear, so as you can see we do have access to controlling the rear climate, or you can allow them to sync themselves or deal with it themselves. You can also choose to have the front fully synced up, so you can have driver and front passenger having the same temperatures. Lots of different arrangements to make sure everybody's comfortable at all times. Defrost for front and rear windshield as well as side mirrors is on the left. You also have the defrost for your rear windshield wiper blade, which is really useful here in cold Canadian winters. On either side, we have 3 levels for heated and cooled seats. You got the orange for the heat and the green for the cool. In the middle is your 4-ways. Push start ignition to the left. Storage cubby goes the whole way across your front dash. Got a little divider halfway through, making sure if you put an item on one end, it won't accidentally slide all the way down to the other. On the left, you'll find this little porthole space. This allows you to feed cords through so that you can access all of your different charger options down below. Up top is a great place to place your phone. It has a nice deep tray storage style, so things are nice and secure when they're placed up here, and that is the point of having the cords go through. You do also have this little space on the left here, and then right in front. Then you have your cup holders here, more of that wood grain trim throughout. You have your gear shift driving modes, which include your sport, normal, and eco. Then you have controls for driving on mud and sand to rock and dirt, and then normal. You have your parking brake and parking hold, traction control, snow settings, downhill assist, and automatic start-stop. In the back is the console space, so this guy slides open at the top. We have a wireless charging pad up front here. You can choose to have the power on or off depending on what you prefer, but it has that nice built-in tray design, so your phone is super secure when it's in here. To access more storage, you just flip this up. You got a little moving tray down inside here, and then deeper storage that goes all throughout. More chargers available down inside of the console space itself. On the right-hand side, beneath of your storage cubby, you have a lockable glove box. Up overhead on the rearview mirror, 1, 2, and 3 dots. These guys are garage door openers. Then you have your sunglasses compartment, overhead lighting controls, SOS button, and controls there for the moonroof. Thanks again, folks, for joining us. on this full video tour for this Toyota Highlander Limited in the color black. It is located here at Sherwood Park Toyota at 31 Automall Road in Sherwood Park, Alberta. You can also reach us at 780-306-7703. And remember, life is full of choices. Let us be yours.